Hello there. Hi. Hey. Howdy. Hello. Video games. Video juegos. Aw, thanks, Andy. You're nice and wholesome. I hope you had a great day too. I will put on music today too. As soon as I let me see if this is a good volume. Whoa. I always wonder what's too loud. I was thinking just lo-fi hip-hop beats to study / relax / develop games to. I figure it's the most inoffensive type of music you can play. I haven't heard anyone say, "Oh, I hate that shit." It's barely even there. This project is starting to take a long time to open. I guess because of all the stuff I've been adding. Hello, Miracle Captors. Oh, I have to refresh my page. Thank you, Miracle Captors, for resubscribing for 34 months, almost 3 years. You just beat Donkey Kong 64. That was a fun one. I like that game. I know what I want to do next. Actually, let me hide the screen for a second while I pull it up. Somebody suggested that after when you destroy something and its limbs go flying everywhere, you should, after a little while, the limbs should disappear. And I do not disagree, but I don't want them to just pop out of existence. I think that's kind of bad. I want them to have some sort of effect when they fade away. So I will make them dissolve. What does dissolving look like? Let me take a look. There's an example here. No, they're not going to explode. That's a little bit too much. Here is... Oh, wish I could move this. I'm going to have to move that. Yeah, darn. Sorry, hold on. Oh, well, I could move this to the side. Ugh. That's a little bit... That's not so bad. Okay. We have a sphere. It has a shader on it. Shader allows it to dissolve. So when something is... when I want to get rid of something, but I don't want to just turn it off, I will instead make it dissolve like this. And I have control over, like, what color it is while it's dissolving. It kind of looks like dissolving because of acid, maybe, if something's green. But I think if something's red, it's just a very typical color for getting rid of something. There's also buttons for controlling how smooth... Oh. Oh. The size of that effect. Anyway. Go back here. Let's go to the body parts. I will put a script on them. The script will be called self-destruct script. That's going to get called whenever something has to self-destruct. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, it's good that it comes with this one script. That's really useful. All right. Where was I? These body parts. Let's see here. Let me go to this material. Make a new material. It's going to use the dissolve shader. Now all of the body parts that are going to dissolve are going to use the dissolving shader. Now the self-destruct script. So far, the self-destruct script just waits 5 seconds and then destroys something. Oh, I kind of want to leave this script the way it is. You know what? I'll just make a different script. I'll make a separate script for this. Dissolve script. All these body parts are not going to have the self-destruct script. They're going to have dissolve script. There it is. Now let me go to this one. And let me copy paste the code that was already written for this shader. Now let's see here. Let's make a timer. And we'll say this timer is going to count up. And if the timer is greater than 5 seconds, then let's see here. Gotta establish the fact that there's a renderer in existence. My renderer.material. We're gonna I guess it's I'll just make a variable called dissolve amount. Public dissolve amount. Now start increasing. Whoops. Increase dissolve amount. What am I doing? Now, if dissolve amount is greater than 1, no. I guess it's like, there's a way I prefer to do things. I prefer to say math F, move towards, and then move towards the number 1. Instead of just become a bigger number with every frame, move towards a specific number. And when we hit that specific number, then we destroy this game object. The last time I tried to call this line of code, destroy game object, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't happen. The object would refuse to die. And I'm like, how can you just disobey me? How can you just refuse? Like, if I say self-destruct, you have to blow yourself up. You can't just deny me. You can't just say, nah, bruh, I'm just going to stick around. You're not the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss around here. You can't see it, but I am currently gesturing towards myself. I've got my, I'm sticking my thumb out in my direction. I'm the boss. Me. I am. If I say self-destruct, you immediately must do so. You cannot simply say, nuh-uh. Nope, I told you to. That was my instructions for you. You had one job, which was completely stop existing at my command, and you refused. Unacceptable. Now I'm gonna smash you up. Okay, the body parts have gone flying to the ground. 5 seconds have passed. Oh! They're dissolve? 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 It dissolved really quickly. Like, absurdly fast. That didn't seem right. Let's look at that leg. Hey girl, what'd that leg do? Whoop! Some of them are not dissolving, by the way. These hips just stick around. Look at the way that those hips are. It's just upside down. You've seen the Jack-O pose, but can you do that pose? I should have a dedicated button for the main character doing the Jack-O pose. Okay, here I fixed it. I think let me take another look at the other dissolve shader. Yeah, it needs a dissolve map. Can't forget to put the dissolve map onto the shader. And also I'll make it red. Go and use the color red. Let me look at the textures, by the way. Oh, forget it. That's not too important. And this thing... Oh, it did have a normal map. Where was the normal map? There it is. Really? That's it? Wait, really? That's the face. What about the body? Body uses the same normal map. Okay, just checking. Haha, just kidding. Haha, just checking. Haha. Okay. Let me go check that other material real quick. I'm looking at the stuff at the top right. That's what I'm paying attention to. Like, let me shrink this a bit. You can see exactly what I'm looking at. Oh my god, so many things. So it's this right here. Oh. Why do you have two? Why do you have multiple? Oh, I guess those are the eyes or something. Yeah, I guess I'll just let it have one. Yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal. Okay. Okay, so this is the default. Those are the default values. What values did I create? Whoops. Once you click something, it's hard to go back to it. That amount right there. Maybe I want to have that amount too. I can kind of see a preview of it. It's at the bottom of the screen, so you can't see it. Preview at the bottom right. So then, what number do you use? Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, this should be right. Yeah, that might work. I mean, I guess I'm gonna try it multiple times to see. I don't know if I trust these numbers, but okay. Okay, I'll just test it and see how it works. Body parts have gone flying. Oh, that was weird. You could kind of still see them for a second. Watch, it's going to be apparent. I don't know if you noticed. I'll zoom in. So if I was to bring dissolve amount to maximum, you see, there's still that effect. There's an effect going on. What is that exactly? How do I make that not exist? I don't want that. I don't want that effect. I guess that's just, is that ambient obscurance? Or, if I go to my post-processing volume and I turned off ambient occlusion, it goes away. Okay, so that's ambient occlusion. So it's not like the shader itself has some kind of effect that it causes it to still be in existence. It's the fact that any 3D model is going to have a sort of fake shadow effect around it. Slight fly in the ointment, then. I like how it looks when it's smooth. Kind of a nice look. So it's going to fade away, and darn it, that didn't look good at all. The fact that it had that ambient obscurance around it. I wonder if another shader... If I was using another shader, I wonder if it wouldn't mess with... I mean, if ambient obscurance would ignore it. I mean, I guess it's better. It's kind of better now in the sense that... At least this stuff goes away. How could I get rid of something? I can't make it fade. If I make it fade out... if I make it fade out, it's still going to be kind of visible because the game is still aware that there's a 3D mesh there. And the game has decided that any 3D mesh will have a shadow around it, because that's the ambient obscurance effect. Also, when this thing dissolves, I really want it to have not that much. Well, that's a bit much. That seems like too much. That's okay. Let me see. Let me watch it dissolve. Huh. You almost don't notice it unless you're looking for it, but you do notice it. Kind of bugs me, but I guess I can live with it for now. Well, what should I do next? There's the floating robot buddy. I could put him in. And the 4 things he's used for. I could also put in the core gameplay loop, which is like, you arrive at the location in an elevator, and you go into a room, you beat up some bad guys, and then you have multiple options for exits. You go through an exit, then that makes you go through the next elevator, and then the loop resets. And have different sets of enemies. But at this point, because there's only one enemy type in the game, I guess it would really be like... How do I put it? I guess I could spawn either 3, 5, or 7 enemies. Just to test the ability to have an enemy manager that spawns a different set of enemies. Even though later on there would be more enemies. I just need the functionality to work of having a set of enemies to spawn. Another Yandere vid when I'm done with what I'm currently working on in Yandere Simulator. I guess to get the core gameplay loop working is the most important part. Getting the little robot buddy to work would be fun. One thing I'd want to do as well is to have these slashes actually go in the right direction. Like when she swings her weapon from right to left, the slash should not be appearing from, Is it visible from below? Yes, it is. It shouldn't go from left to right. And it should be at a diagonal angle, because that's how she attacks. Also, I plan for other types of attacks. Like, I guess I should put that meter in at the bottom of the screen. The meter that represents your health bar. So put in the player's health bar, and then the special meter underneath that. And when the special meter reaches a certain amount, one of your attacks becomes available. And when it fills up all the way, a different attack becomes available. Theoretically, I could do it Genshin Impact style and just have a timer on that attack. No, I don't like that very much. I'd rather there be some number that's building up as you fight. Oh no, I have fallen to my death. No spoilers for JoJo. No spoilers. There was a question I asked yesterday, and then I never looked at the answer. I never checked to see if anybody responded. So, I just asked a question, and then it completely ignored any answer that might have been given. The question I asked was about the new JoJo season that just came out. Did it, is it 100% complete? The whole thing came out? Or is it just like episode 1 just came out? I want the floating robot buddy to look like an eyeball. I want him to be like a floating eyeball. Kinda like the thing from Portal. But more detailed than that. Like, that's not enough detail. That's not enough detail. That just looks like the thing from Nier Automata. Because it's rectangular. I don't want him to have guns on the front. That doesn't look at all like what I want. Although I did want the robot buddy to give the main character her weapon. So he's got to have some kind of compartment inside that can store a like storage compartment where the weapon pops out. This thing right here, it looks like it's like his bottom 10% can pop out. Like this can retract. Then again, if this went all the way up, it would be poking out of his head. I don't know about that. This looks too evil. This is what he would look like if he was the bad guy. I don't want people to think that your robot buddy's the bad guy. This one looks really good to me, and the shape doesn't look like anything pre-existing. Not like, oh, that's a ripoff of the thing from Portal. That's a ripoff of the thing from Nier Automata. Instead, it's like its own shape. It's its own thing. So I guess I could, I mean, in the end, it'll have to be, this is all going to just be a placeholder. Oh, the back comes out. Why your back come out, girl? But yeah, I'll just... while I'm prototyping... Well, I don't know. Is the right word prototyping? While I'm making this, I'll just... I guess placeholder might be the word for it. When you just put something in, just to have it. Just to have it there. That's too big. I don't imagine the robot buddy being that size. And that's too small. I guess for the this is like just a psychology thing in general. For you to look at something and recognize it as a person, it needs to be approximately the size of a human head so that you can feel like you're looking at a human face when you look at it. And then that helps your brain think of it as like a person or an intelligent entity. Maybe that's only how I operate, and I'm projecting my own beliefs. But to me, it has to be like, if it's head-sized, I think of it as something with a brain, and then I think of it as intelligent, I guess. So if it was about this size, could I get away with making it smaller? If I made it that... You know, it has to command some respect from the player. The player needs to look at it, and when it gives orders, the player needs to be like, alright, I should do what that thing says. And if it's something that's smaller than your own head, it's difficult to take orders from it. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks this way. If I was the size of your thumb, and I was trying to boss you around and tell you what to do, you wouldn't have any of that shit, now would you? You'd be like, fuck off. But if I was towering above you like Godzilla, and I was giving you orders, you'd be like, yes, my master! Anything you say, my master, don't kill me. Also, it needs to look kind of like it can kick some ass. So I guess if it's about that big... If it's about that big... Yeah, it's about right. Also, what is its height? Can we bring that height down? Yeah, let's make it... I'm not trying to put it in her crotch. I'm just trying to get the height to be, how do I put it? Its pivot point should be... Pivot point should be centered. I'm just going to leave it at that size. I'm going to say that's the size that the floating robot buddy will be. Looks fairly distinct from behind. I guess that's approximately where I'm going to want it to be hovering. Well, a little bit behind her, maybe? Because it's like her sidekick. This makes me want to play Nier Automata to like, examine the, what's it called? The behavior of that object. Now I have to give it a name. I can't call it Floating Robot Buddy forever. The FRB. Floating Robotic Buddy. I don't really want to say what its actual name is because that's getting into the story details, and I kind of want to leave that a surprise for now. All the bottoms reveal themselves. Use the robot as a backpack. It's a cute idea, but I just picture it differently. What's the name of it gonna be? Do I name it Sidekick? I mean, let's imagine that there's gonna be more of these. That this isn't gonna be the only one. You can swap them out and have different ones with different functionality. Then I wouldn't want them all to use a script named after the first one or the main one. I really want to call it Pod. But that's just the thing from Nier Automata. Dorybot. Robo Buddy. I really might actually just name it Buddy Script. Buddy, because he's your little floating buddy. He's your buddy. No, I need a different name. I need a different name than Buddy. Drone? I mean, he is a... You know what? I'm going to call it Drone Script for now, although I don't want him to be named Drone forever, because that doesn't sound like... You can't respect something named Drone. Oh, let me make your scale 111. And then make your scale 25, 25, 25. And get rid of these. And I'll give him a collider so that he can't ever bump into the protagonist and... Like, I wouldn't want him clipping into the protagonist. Hello? Name him Scout. No, I'll name him Drone. Hello, hello. My internet connection went down because it fucking sucks and it's real annoying. Oh, right. Alright. So, I guess the protagonist will have a little spot that is floating in the air, like everywhere she goes. Everywhere she goes, this spot will be sure to follow. 11666 1. And then, yeah, facing that direction. Just name it Drone Spot. And then the drone, it'll be aware. Player? Does it need to be aware of the player? I guess it kind of does. No, it kind of functions independently of the player, I think. It's almost like a little thing that functions independently. Oh yeah, and it's gonna need to float up and down too. It's gonna need to bob. Need to bob a bit. You need to oscillate between 2 points. Transform position equals vector 3 lerp interpolate between your current position and drone spot position at a speed of about that fast. And it also needs to slowly rotate to face that direction as well. Get rid of all this crap. I have a... okay. No, this isn't right. This is for looking in the direction of something. Your rotation should rotate towards the drone spot's rotation. I'm probably going to need to make that a certain... It's going to need to be something like 360 degrees times that much. We'll see. Anyway, I'll just test it and see what it's currently doing. Hello, buddy? Oh, it has not been informed of the existence of the drone spot. Oh, you're floating. You're being all weird. You realize you're looking in the wrong direction, right, buddy? You want to maybe face the right way, pal? Is it the fact? All right. It might now have a correct understanding of what front and back are. When I turn, it kind of floats into position. Can I bonk into it? Oh, the camera can bonk into it. It can follow me. Ooh, I don't like the fact that it can kind of... Oh, I don't like the fact that it can touch me. I might just perpetually have it floating a little bit above my head so that it can never actually intersect with me. Like, if it's perpetually above my head, it doesn't need a collider then either. That's too high. That's about right. So if it's perpetually floating above my head, then I don't ever have to worry about, like, ew, it's clipping, that looks terrible, or, oh, I fucking tried to run somewhere, but it was in the way and it bonked into me, how dumb. It doesn't smoothly look towards a direction. I want it to slide into the right rotation. I'm glad I can never bonk into it. Although it is kind of annoying if it's right where the camera is. I think I should put a shader on it so if it's really close to the camera, it has to turn semi-transparent. Or it's like completely transparent and it only fades in once it's a certain distance away from the camera. Either that... No, that's basically gotta be it. I could do something like... There's a collider on the camera, and there's a collider on it, so it can never get close to the camera. Like, if it's ever a certain distance away from the camera, then just teleport it. That way it can never be in front of the camera, blocking the camera's view. But you might see it teleport then. I guess I could teleport it like 5 meters to the right of the camera, and then it would just kind of float in from off screen. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying if, like... I'm constantly seeing this fucking thing hitting the camera. Phantasy Star Online 2? Does Phantasy Star Online 2 have little floating robot buddies? Let me look again at some of these UI things I dismissed earlier on. I don't like that. I don't want it to be like that. I think there's going to have to be a button of some... Well, not a button, but an icon indicating what attacks are currently available as your meter fills up. Makes it look like a mobile game, though, to have a bunch of circular icons in the bottom right, as if they're supposed to be buttons on a touch screen. That's gonna kill me. Looking over at something and being like, ew. Looks mobile. But I do need some buttons. I do want buttons at the bottom left corner of the screen indicating what you can currently do with your robot buddy. Because everything he does is going to be on a cooldown. Like if you want him to attack, you look at the bottom left, you see if the icon is ready. If it's ready, you press that button, and then the icon goes dim. Or maybe there's like a circular radial countdown timer that goes in a clockwise fashion until it's counted down. Let me think. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to be big. I also wish this thing was not blue. I wish it was pure white. Should always make something white so that it can be colored any color. When you designate the color of something, you limit yourself and whoever's going to be using that asset. So I guess like this is not cannot use, and this is can use because it's lit up. Kind of cool looking arrow. Huh, using hexagons instead of circles would help it feel less less mobile. Hexagons also fit into each other pretty well, don't they? I should test what it looks like to have 4 hexagons in the corner of the screen. That's a lot. There's a lot of icons. It really gave you just about everything you could want. I wonder if I could just open that up in Photoshop and make it grayscale. So it can be white. So it can stop bothering me. I'm trying to grab and move the window, but it's being really slow and laggy. Uno momento. Where was I? So I just go into adjustments and then just turn the saturation all the way down. I get that. If I put that on a background of any kind. Pretty dark. I'd want it to be lighter than that. I don't know. What if I just... Whoops, wrong button. That fix anything? Maybe. Kind of. It's almost like this is inactive, this is active and ready to be used. Huh. Let me go in here. How are these designated? designate you as a sprite. Now you, I want you to be like that. Sure, that works-ish. Is this just the same thing but rotated? Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't want it to be considered a button, so that can go away. Not a button. Can it be filled? Can it fill? No, don't fill like that. Fill horizontally. Yeah, but from the other direction. Yep. There we go. Now I want to have the dark version. I want the dark version on the top. I wonder if that's easy. I mean, on the bottom. I guess the ones that are lower are the ones higher up. Drone cooldown left. Oops. Drone cooldown right. Drone ready left. Drone ready right. Now this thing, let's see here. Once you've used the attack, other way. You go to 0, and then it should slowly start filling up again to let you know that it's ready, and then pop, it's ready. You use it. Now it's dark, and then it slowly starts filling up again until it's ready again. Yeah. I guess this could work. Maybe. Guess I can turn those off for now. And then these icons here would be something else. Icons that, whatever they are, they represent the attack that the drone will be using, or the heal, or whatever it is. But I'll just have it be those little arrows for now, because the functionality is more important than the visuals. Alright. Guess I could call them skills, because it's easier that way. No, what do they actually... Function? I guess if there's like a robotic computer theme, and something uses an ability, you wouldn't call it skill, spell, ability. You'd have to use some kind of sci-fi technology, terminology, or call it function. That sounds more mechanical. Well, let's see here. If cooldown, do it like this. If cooldown timer, jet, while ID is less than cooldown timer length, cooldown timer should be approaching 0. Do I want to make it 0? Let me think. If you use something and then there's a time limit before you can use it again. There's like where the cooldown timer currently is, and then there's the actual amount of time you need to wait to use that skill again. Like, let's say there's an attack skill that has a cooldown of 5 seconds, but there's a heal that has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Battery charge. No, that terminology is used elsewhere. Just say target for now. What did I call it before? When it's health, I have health and max health. Well, anyway. Cooldown timer moves towards cooldown target. Wait. Yeah. Now let's see if there is a image, public image. Cooldown sprite, I guess. Cooldown sprite. Move this out of the way. Fill amount equals cooldown target divided by cooldown timer. That should work. I hope that works. Oh yeah, if input get button down. Actually, how does it read Xbox input? X button. Look at the project settings, input manager, D-pad. Oh boy, this is going to be annoying. That's an axis, huh? So, input get axis D-pad horizontal is -1? It's going to take a little bit of time before I figure out how the game reads the D-pad. Cooldown timer, let's just say 1 is 0. And if it's like this is pressing D-pad left. This is pressing D-pad right. I think. We're going to find out. So when I press D-pad to the left, cooldown timer should reach 0. And then it should start moving it back towards where it's supposed to be and should be affecting the sprite accordingly. Let's see if it does. You're nice, Andy. What a swell guy. Let's have 4 of these things, or 5. Now I put that sprite dir, and I put that sprite And the target, let's give you a target of 5. Give you a target of 10. That's how long your cooldown is. Aw. Wait. Where's the error occurring? Oh, it doesn't have 5 sprites to look at. I only gave it 2 sprites. Well, then I'll just chop it down to a lower number while I'm testing. What is happening? Why do you complain? Why do you complain? Cooldowns, wait. Index was outside the bounds of the array. Throwing a hissy fit about this, but why? Cooldown target ID, it's right there. Cooldown timer ID, it's right there. What is the problem, buddy? Okay. Debug log. Current ID is... And then tell me what ID you're getting stuck on. I need to know where you get stuck. Hello? Did it not save? It didn't save because I forgot to press semicolon. So it gets to the ID of 3 and then it freaks out. Cooldown. Oh. Cooldown sprite. There. It's gonna work. Well, I always say that. That's odd. The timers are counting. I wonder if it's because... No, those are not integers. They're not integers. Or anything dumb like that. Also, this should only be... This should only be possible if... Cooldown timer 1 equals cooldown target. You can only use your ability when the cooldown runs out. Yeah, I can't trigger it anymore. It's only happening... Yeah, I was able to trigger it. So I'm seeing the numbers on the right side of the screen move, which means that it's correctly identifying what I want from it. But it's not changing the fill amount of the image. What did I drag the wrong thing in? No. If I change this manually. Yep. It gets set, so the code is setting it. Perhaps I should have divided the other number by the other number. timer divided by target rather than target divided by timer. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now you can see, like, it's on at the bottom left. Like, my left skill is available, so I press it. Now it's on a cooldown. It's filling up. It's not available, and now it's available. Bop. I can use it. Bop. The other one fills up slower because it's a more powerful skill, so it needs more time to fill up. Okay. I don't like how big it is on screen. It's kind of garish. It's not classy when it's that big. That's what she said. What should be the actual size and actual position of these objects? How about... what if I make them... That's too small, of course. That's too small. Well, I could make them... Here, let me select them all. What if they were all that size? That's kind of classy. When they take up that much of the screen, they really look like frickin' touch screen controls rather than like a respectable, actual, real video game. I don't know the frickin' word for it. And those little arrow images aren't helping either. They're at that scale. Let me start by making one that's the one that goes to the bottom of the screen. I'm guessing those things were just rotated. Where would I rotate one? Wait. Oh, it was scale was set to -1. That's not how to do anything. Okay. Huh. They're slightly off center. Like they're not 100% perfectly centered. I'm slightly bothered. Maybe I will make one... Make an empty object. And I'll say... D-pad buttons. And I'll drag them all inside. Now if I make them go to the center, they're right there. I will make D-pad buttons move. You never want something to be so low to the screen that it goes off screen. So, left, be 100 to the left. And then right, be 100 to the right. And then down is 100 down. Yeah, it's starting to look more like a UI element than something you're supposed to put your thumb on and press. Which is good. And if I just duplicate that, and then I rotate it 90 degrees and I move it up by 100. Alright. It kind of, well, I guess the thing in Dark Souls doesn't look like it's supposed to be controls, even though it's on a... Hold on. Put you right there. That seems like it's equidistant from the bottom left and bottom right. Now up, left, right, down. Up, left, right, down. Okay. Now, pressing D-pad. Let's see. I know. Well, it is, you do press up, down, and left, right on the D-pad to use those. It's not supposed to look like controls. I guess for most of video game history, the D-pad was how you controlled something. So if you put some command on the D-pad, it kind of looks like you've put controls on the D-pad. I'll just put the functionality in now, and I'll think about UI design later, because changing the UI won't be a difficult thing to do. Up, left, right, down. And I'll just set the numbers right there. I'll save. Yeah, right now it's got arrows when it really needs to look like it needs to be the function. Up, down, left. Whoa, something wrong happened. What did I do? What did I do? That's a -1 for you, buddy. Try that one again. Wait until my arrows... Not arrows. I called them arrows! I did. I really called them arrows because that's what they look like. Okay. Up, left, right, down. And they all fill up at different speeds. Okay. It really kind of is to your benefit to just roll your thumb across the D-pad so that you activate those things as soon as they've become available. Just be giving input to all 4 directions by hitting, by just rolling your thumb around. Not that it's actually doing anything yet. I guess if I was to give this thing 4 pieces of functionality right now, it would be, you know, deep. I guess the most basic thing I could give it is that it shoots energy beams. It's gonna shoot little pew 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 pew. Little pea shooter thing. Shoots for, I don't know, shoots for a certain number of seconds and then stops. That would be D-pad up. And then D-pad left could be like buffs your attack. D-pad right is buffs your defense. D-pad down is heals you. Just something like that makes it really... That's pretty simple and straightforward. I like the idea that D-pad down would be this giant fuck-off laser beam. And it's going to take 60 seconds for the cooldown. But it can probably kill most shit in one hit. It's going to have waves of enemies for sure. You're going to have to go in here, kill wave 1, and kill wave 2, then kill wave 3. Because if you've got this ridiculously, all these, like, these ridiculous attacks and this little robot buddy helping you out with giant fuck-off laser beams, then you'll need waves of enemies. Just one. It's like the loading screens will take longer than the actual fight unless there's a whole lot of enemies to fight. What a sexy babe. Isn't she hot? I don't usually call attention to it, but she's a babe. Mwah. So if up is... It's definitely the little arrows that are giving it that impression. So if I was to go looking... Let me quickly look through these icons and see if I can just find 4 placeholder icons really quick. This is all stuff like victory, game over. Icons? No, that's not what I'm looking for. UI components, textures, icons. See, something like this helps. That kind of looks like go faster, get a speed boost. That could be heal. Oh, you can't really see it too well. It's very tiny on the screen. Oh, I was actually looking for a circular glowing ring. That could come in handy for something completely different. Could have sworn there was a folder that had icons that would be used commonly in a... Wait. So the icons that I used for like this stuff, what was the name of that folder? Buttons. Oh well. Decorations? No. Options? Nah, I'm not looking for stars. Not looking for men. Darn it. I know it was in here somewhere. Hold on a second. Now I'm gonna go looking for it. Elden Ring. I will play Elden Ring when it comes out. It's taking a very long time to load the scene that I'm trying to load. Yeah. It's really taking its sweet time. Okay, icons. Yeah. See, this is what I was looking for. Where are these things stored? What folder do I find these in? White icons. Okay, common white icons. Got it. So let me look for 4 icons that'll make a really good placeholder. So I can quickly move on already. I suppose none of these are going to look like a laser beam shooting out. I guess the heart could be the heel? What about these? These are more attack-oriented. Some of them are. The skull. What about here? Nice. Oh, you just have to these days, don't you? What is that? What is that strange thing? I don't know what that is. That's weird looking. What the hell is that? What is that object? I don't know what that is. Oh, look! It's a cell phone! I don't know what that ugly thing is, though. That's supposed to be a QR code? I guess the sun could be considered... That could be used to represent shooting a blast of energy. I don't know. Or probably being too picky. For the sake... Oh, well, I don't know. That's like a series of... that's a series of energy balls being fired out. So that's actually what I came here to find. What was the other one? What did I want to do again? Giant energy blast. A stream of energy bullets. And then a buff, and then healing. Are the easiest ones I can think of. I guess a buff, that could just be like 2 arrows pointing upward or something. I'm going to type in icon. More. Why in the world would I put in a fucking cat? What's wrong with you? What? No, I don't want to do that. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? You have problems? You have issues? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Now, which one of these could represent attack up? Yes. I guess this with an arrow next to it could represent attack up. This almost looks like a story. A man was running. Then he jumped. Then he tripped. And then he transformed into a woman. I guess this is like attack up or whatever. I'm just gonna go with that. Stormtrooper. What do you think is a stormtrooper here? You think that's a stormtrooper? Gladiator helmet. Where is healing? Come on, it's like a little box with a plus sign on it. That means heal. Because it's a cross. Like a little hospital cross. Where is it? You got fork and knife. You got skull. You got hella chopper. Sailboat. Winged room in sky. Wheel on... box on wheels. Transporty vroom vroom. Pay money transporty vroom vroom. 2-wheel vroom vroom. 2-wheel beep beep. You've got them all. You've got everything, but you don't have a little health symbol. Now that's what an airplane is. An airplane is a room, but it flies through the sky. It's a room that you go into, but then it flies through the sky. That's what an airplane is. It's a room. It's a flying room. A car is a moving room. on wheels. A boat is a floating room. Everything's a room when you think about it. Your computer, that's a room that's got like all your favorite memes inside of it. I really want to find something better than this. I don't like the fact that it's in a suitcase. Is there a plus symbol? There it is. I'll just use the plus symbol. I like the plus symbol better than Your room is a room that contains all your other rooms. A book is a room that contains words. It's made up of many pieces of paper. I guess this is as good as I'm going to get. They probably did not include a healing icon beside this one. Although, like, a plus inside of a circle represents healing, I think. If it's not inside of a circle, it's just a mathematical symbol. Challenging you to do basic math. Let me look. I don't think I saw this one. Huh? That icon looks very sus. It's a backpack. That's a backpack. I've been so internet poisoned, I perceived that as something else other than that's a backpack. Viewed from the back. I get it now. I get it. I get that it's a backpack. But for a second, come on, you can't blame me. You can't blame me for even one goddamn moment. You know damn well. That's the shape of something else. God damn it. Oh, I see. This icon pack was made after the popularity of a certain video game. Okay, I've looked for a while and I can't find an icon that I like better for healing, so I guess I'm just going to go with that one. I'm going back. It is time to go back. That symbol. Let's see. Icon. Sun. Sun. What are you doing? God, that blinded me. Icon sun. There. Whoa, you're pretty tiny over there, buddy. What you so tiny for? Why don't you get a little bit taller? Get more upper. Become more upper. Buddy, get a little bit bigger. You're a little bit small there, pal. Life is too short to be little. Don't belittle others. Don't belittle yourself. Just be chill, dude. Fucking be a good guy and shit, dude. And this, which is the universal symbol for like ... Let me change you up as well. You're now the universal symbol for a bunch of energy balls that are going to shoot out and go pow 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 and beat up the bad guys. What was it? Attack? No, this... Wonder where heal should be, really. Should this be buff? You know what? This will be buff. Nah, well, I don't know. I can the player will be able to change what is on D-pad left, D-pad right, etc. So it doesn't matter too much. Icon, I think it was jump. I look at this. Let me change to the other one. I look at you, and I see a symbol indicating upwards progression. Will you be my upwards progression? And this one was plus. Just to indicate healing. I think a plus sign needs to be really fat to indicate healing. Or else it doesn't look like it's a... it doesn't look like a medical cross unless it's fat. I don't know. This is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. It's kind of a weird. Like the only one that's different from the others in the sense that it's not spaced out properly, but whatever. Now, if I look over at the corner of the screen, it doesn't really look like directions anymore because everyone has an icon on it, and everyone's icon is different. What do I call it? I guess I could just say bullets. Shoot. What do you call it if something's shooting a bunch of little energy orbs? What do you call those? It's energy. But what is that? It plasma. It's a stream. It's a pew pew. That's cute. Hello, Cherry Cream Puffs. What a cute name. Damn it, you're correct. I am YandereDev, yawning. Oh, somebody named Tactless Movie resubscribed for 8 months, and I did not say thank you. That's terrible. Thank you, Cameron, for gifting a sub to Kiss Pop. Orb. Shoot orbs. Oh, I need to zoom in. I don't know. I want to say shoot bullets. I'm going to say shoot bullets. Well, maybe it shouldn't be 4. It's not going to be 4 booleans. I really need to call them something. I don't want to call them skills. I don't want to call them abilities. I don't want to call them magic spells. It's like a sci-fi... It's a robot that's performing a function for you. I don't want to call them functions either. Assist? I guess I could call it an assist. I'll just call them assists for now. There is shoot bullet, buff, heal, beam. This is kind of vague. I'm sure there's going to be like 20 of these. The idea is that you can really customize the character and the robot, the floating drone thing, a whole lot. But for now, I guess I'll implement it this way, and at some point in the future, I'll probably have to refactor the exact way this works. Certain things will be instantaneous, like shoot bullet will last for 5 seconds, during which the other moves are not available. Buff is just an instantaneous thing it does. Heal, instantaneous thing. Beam, that lasts for 5 seconds, and then he stops doing it. So they kind of go into different... It's like, these are states. These are really states. You might be in the shoot bullet state. You might be in the beam state. current state. I guess to be... Let me check something real quick. Oh, damn it. Let me get rid of that. So, I'm looking at this right now. Yeah, okay. And I guess state, there's going to need to be an idle state where nothing's happening. If current state idle, wait, current state equals state idle, then you can do all this stuff. But if he's not idling, then he can't do any of this. So if press up, current state equals state, shoot bullet. Left, player, yeah, now I realize I need player. Public player script player. Player attack buff equals 2, let's say. Let's just have that be a thing for now. Public. I feel like it should be an int. Because I always want all... Wait, attack multiplier? I don't know. How will the buff work? Will it be a percentage, a flat number, a multiplier? You know, drone buff. Why don't I just make it a Boolean? You're going to have a Boolean. It's going to be called drone attack buff. I guess there's going to be different buff. You could potentially activate attack buff, defense buff, speed buff, and something else. You could have like multiple buffs active at the same time. Then they're going to wear off eventually. Hello, Luna. The buff. Buffs your other buffs. Just wondering if I want to do this a different way. Drone attack buff timer. There's one down here that's calculate damage. There's a script here that says calculate damage. So if drone attack buff timer is greater than 0, we currently have a buff in effect, so damage equals times 2. That's how to do that. So we're going to double our damage as long as the attack buff is active. Let's say that goes for 10 seconds. Let's be all nice and generous about it. with that said, somewhere here we need if drone attack buff timer is greater than 0, drone attack buff timer needs to move towards 0. I guess. This code doesn't even work. Maybe I should delete this if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to get rid of it. Okay. Now, right, that's easy. Player health plus equals some amount. This will probably be calculated by some function. What is the player's current health right now? What did I set it to? I'm clicking something. I set it at 1,000. You know what? Let's just say plus 100. Let's just say that. And I need to put in the play. I'm going to have to implement the player's health bar next to really be able to test this. And if you press D-pad down, then state beam, which I'm going to enjoy implementing the beam. Should probably have some sort of effect occur, like spawn some kind of effect around the player when they get healed. Same with buffing. Little effect should go off. Should be visuals associated with it. Okay. Now, let me look real quick here. I guess I can do one of these. I can say switch current state. Whoops, did I screw up? Switch current state. Case state idle. And then all this is what happens if we're in the idle state. And then we break out of that. And then I have case shoot bullet. Whereupon I do some other stuff. Which I think would be the robot rotates towards the nearest enemy and then starts shooting at it. I don't have a smooth oh, it's supposed to be. One second. Unity smooth rotate. Why is this so complicated? How about smooth look at? Yeah, I like that. I'll do that. If player target enemy is null, then player gameplay manager get nearest enemy. Then now that we have the enemy, Our target rotation will be to look at the player's target enemy. And then we're gonna smoothly rotate. This should only be happening if we are in the idle state. Otherwise, we would be rotating towards 2 points. Do it quickly, really frickin' fast. Oh, is that how I should have done it? Oh, good. Wow, that's useful. Cool. Great. I got that. Okay. So rotate towards the enemy. And then start shooting bullets. Instantiate. Energy bullet. Transform position. Transform. Rotation. Let me go explain to this thing what an energy bullet is. There's a thing called energy bullet. You're gonna spawn them, and you're gonna fire them. Is the music in the background too loud? Because if it's too loud, I want to turn it down. I'll just leave it there for now. I guess I'll just test it and make sure that it works, and then I'll do other stuff. These energy bullets are going to be the most simple thing ever. I'm not going to put fancy energy bullets in for now. You want to know what it's going to look like? Gonna look like this. It's just gonna look like that. Making a new material. I'm calling it energy bullet. Oop, I called it bolt. How about you are like purely unlit. Like you're just a color. You're just a color, dude. You're just pure. You're the sun. You're the goddamn sun itself. Now. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, you're big. Whoa, it looks kind of like a naked lady. Oh my god. How lewd. Oh. Oh. Now you're going to be smaller than that, though. I guess to give it the feeling of movement, I could make it long. It helps it feel like it's whoosh, it's really moving. That thing's really hauling ass. No, not yet. I suppose I could give you... Would I want to put a hitbox script on this? I'll say damage 1. These things will not do a lot of damage. Their damage will be determined by the thing firing it, though. As you upgrade your pod, his damage will go up. I'm sure somebody will do a pod-only run where their little robot buddy is doing most of the damage for them, and their character never even attacks. I also called him Pod. I shouldn't do that. That implies he really is just a rip-off of the thing from Nier Automata, which is not the intention. If I look at my hitbox, what layer is it on? It's on the Ignore Raycast layer. Okay. Now I'll name you Energy Bullet, make you a prefab, They're ready you. Now the drone. Energy bullet. It's going to fire these things once per frame. So it's going to fire way too many of them. Because I have not yet set up a specific speed. Like, you should fire at a rate of 10 per second. Instead of just, yeah, once a frame, just let loose. Just fire. I told it to fire, it's not firing yet. Its state is currently shoot bullet, and it's not shooting bullet. Object reference not sent to an instance of an object. Because I didn't get the nearest enemy, huh? I guess it only works if there's an enemy that's within 10 meters. I mean, 5 meters. Well, let me set that to... I guess... There's a problem here where... What if the player has told... Okay. So, if the player has not targeted an enemy, first thing we need to do is target an enemy. However, the game may be unable to do so, because the nearest enemy is way too far away, so it doesn't count as a valid target. So if player enemy is not null at this point, then we rotate towards that enemy. But if the enemy is null, then we're just not going to rotate at all. We're just going to fire straight forward. We're not even going to aim anything. We're not going to aim at any enemy. We're just going to fire straight forward because the player did not target something. What the fuck? Yeah. Is it... I've always said automata. Near automata. That's how I always said it. And then I heard other people saying near automata. I'm like, oh... Was I supposed to be saying it that way this whole time? Oh boy. Well, he's definitely spawning bullets. Oh, he's drawing. He's drawing in the air. Is he drawing a dick? See if we can make him draw a dick. He drew like one of those weird furry dicks. Draw one of the balls. Draw the ball. There you go, buddy. You drew the balls. Oh, I'm stuck now. I can't ever leave. I'm stuck inside the dick. Stuck inside the dick. All right. Okay, I forgot to tell this energy bullet to actually move forward or anything like that. Like, hey, you should be moving. You should be schmoving. Moving. Oh, void moving. Wait. I'm the next Picasso. Update. Fuck, why do you do that? I never told you to put words there. I didn't say those words. If moving, if this is a moving type of hitbox, then transform, translate, wait, transform, translate, maybe I should do this with rigid body instead, but transform forward in space self. Forward relative to yourself. I didn't give it a speed to move at, did I? It's going to move at 1 meter per second then. Okay, whatever. Go! Fire! You're not firing. You're just leaving a trail. Oh, I did not designate them as moving. Now I did. Go! Fire! Whoa! He's firing. But he's firing at such a persistent rate that the bullets appear to be floating in midair because they're all being fired at the exact same interval. It's like when a video camera is recording a helicopter's rotating blades at the same speed as the blades are rotating, so they look stationary. Like if I did something to affect the frame rate, I'm sure that they would fire at a different rate. You can see a very, very slight difference. Man, they're really moving. They're moving at a speed of 1 meter per frame. Oh my god, it's starting to slow down because I never told them to cease existing. So there's just an infinite number that extends into infinity. Like, look. See how far off into the distance it goes? It goes off forever. It never ends. I've created a never-ending stream. Oh my god. Look how many I created. I need to put the self-destruct script onto these things so that they understand, like, after like 5 seconds has passed, just destroy yourself, dude. Just disappear. Just cease existing. Delete the game object. The game object needs to stop existing. Sell energy orbs. I got an infinite number of them, that's for sure. Well, like, shoot them at the nearest enemy, you dumb shit. Aim at the nearest enemy like I told you to. Oh, it's not... Okay. Okay, I need to... There. Now these energy bullets, they really need to move forward. How do I put it? They need to move forward... Oh, hold on. Unity, rigid body, move forward. My rigid body, which I need to designate, I realize now. Velocity equals transform forward at a speed of speed, which I guess I'll make that just 1. There. And instead of doing it once a frame, I guess if bullet timer is 0, then you can fire a bullet. Otherwise, well, how about this? Bullet timer, move towards 0. Wait. Bullet timer moves towards 0. Speed of time, not delta time. And after you fire a bullet, set bullet timer to 0.1, so 1/10 of a second. Every time 1/10 of a second has passed, you can fire a bullet. I guess this seems about right. A note by the Sakura tree. Fire, please. It's not doing anything good. Oh, right. I never told these things what their rigid body is. Now you know what it is. Fire, please. Well, they're firing. It's definitely firing. But, oh, I can move faster than they can, and they disappear after 5 seconds. Imagine you have a gun that fires a bullet but it moves so slow. It moves at... It takes like a second to move 1 meter, and it disappears after 5 meters. So to kill someone with this gun, you have to fire the bullet and then hope they don't move at any point in the next 5 seconds. And also fire it when they're less than 5 meters away from you. Look at it go. It's just firing those bullets, those slow-moving bullets. I'm going to need to increase the speed of that by about times 10. Now it's fire. Oh, it's not. It's firing. It's firing at the robot's feet because that's their origin. That's their pivot point. Plus transform up. Yeah, fire it like. Fire a little bit higher up than that, buddy. I also probably need some kind of separate... The problem is, whenever I tell this thing to fire... Like, okay, so let's say it's firing right now. It's firing at what it believes to be an enemy. It believes that's the enemy I've targeted, so it's firing at it. Now I leave. Now I'm no longer targeting an enemy, so it just remains at its previous rotation, because it was never told to update its rotation. As long as I'm targeting an enemy, it's going to fire it at that enemy. But if I move away, the game acknowledges I changed my target. So the robot will need a target independent of me. It's like whether or not I am targeting an enemy or not, the robot needs to... it's a little bit complicated. Also, these things don't seem to acknowledge... the bullets were not doing any damage, it seemed like. If you collide with an enemy, instantiate some impact sparks, make the enemy take damage. Why wasn't it happening? Gantz gun? It's firing. Oh, is it just going over their head or something? No. Oh, there's errors appearing to the right. What's going on? Impact spark. Oh, I never... Okay. Bullets need some sort of impact effect. If they cannot instantiate an effect, then they don't do anything. Oh. It's doing some slight amount of damage. It really should not make them recoil, honestly. Okay, so now there needs to be such a thing as an attack that does not cause recoil. Then I have something called no recoil. When you do damage to an enemy, you're reporting two things. You're reporting how much damage is going to get done, and you're reporting whether or not the enemy should recoil from it. Oh yeah, if no recoil, as long as... Should the camera even shake if it's an enemy bullet? Yeah, if it's a bullet, this doesn't help really. If it's not a no recoil kind of attack, then... I think this works. I'm uncertain about this. Well, I mean, if your companion is shooting something, does the camera need to shake? I mean, it makes sense to make the camera shake if you attack an enemy or if an enemy attacks you. But if it's your buddy doing something... It's like, if you attack me, shake the camera. Shake the camera. Make it vibrate. Attack me, vibrate. It was subtle, but it was there. It was very subtle. I discovered that it's way too much if I have it turned up too high. So, attack. Yeah, I really need to make it so that the enemy will... I mean, the drone will target something to attack it, even if I have stopped attacking it. That's way too big of an effect for these little bullets. Two things I'm going to do about a bullet. I'm going to stretch it out horizontally. Wait. I don't know if that was the right direction. I'm going to stretch you out. That sounded like something you would say in a hentai doujin. I'm gonna stretch you out, girl. When I'm done with you, you're gonna be all stretched out. Impact sparks. I need a version of impact sparks that is not so... It's like way less powerful. Pew, that's too much. How about a pew? There we go. I will name you Small Impact Sparks, and I will now drop you in... Well, actually, I'll name you Impact Sparks Small, so that in alphabetical order you are right next to Impact Sparks. That's smart. Now, the drone needs to have its own target independent of the player, is honestly what I've learned. Or the player choosing to move. If the player... How about this? The way I've currently got it set up... No, dude, there's a lot of things I gotta do. I have to make it so that if the game is told to get the nearest enemy, it might be the player who needs the nearest enemy, or it might be... Is 10, is 5, what if I just make it that number? Maybe just making it, increasing it from 5 meters to 10 meters will really solve... Well, then there's another thing. Okay, I'll say this. I have this code here setting target enemy to null. If vector 3 distance between myself and the target enemy position is greater than 10 meters, then I've clearly just decided to run away from that enemy. I guess. C#. Oh, you're sideways. You're pointing in the wrong order. So now I'm running around. Oh, hey, it's kind of working. I still, though, want it to do code where it's like, it's getting the nearest enemy independent of whatever I'm doing. Yeah, it needs its own get nearest enemy code, honestly. That works differently. It doesn't even have to do with what I'm doing. Get nearest enemy. Get rid of that, because that's not relevant. Player, say gameplay manager. I don't like the idea of having a trigger that's perpetually existing in the world, and it's just keeping track of what it collides with, doing physics interactions all the time. Instead, it's just on the one frame I need this. Iterate down a list, and that's it. On the one frame it's necessary. This is the code right here that ruins everything, so get rid of that. So it's really... If player's target enemy is not null, then my target enemy is the player's target enemy. However, if the player's target enemy is null, then we're going to just get our own enemy, independent of how the player feels about it. Now, if we actually did get an enemy, we're going to rotate towards it. If we didn't get an enemy, probably just stop trying to shoot bullets. Don't shoot bullets anymore. It's not necessary. There's no enemies nearby. Cut that shit out. When we get the nearest enemy, we're not using the same logic as the gameplay manager script. It's the same principle of going through a list and checking for the nearest one to us. We're not doing this to... We're not doing this in the same manner that the player would need to get the nearest enemy. And we're going to shoot at the nearest enemy no matter how far away they are, because we're a ranged floating robot. I think this will work. The other thing I want to do is change the shape of the energy bullet, because it was wide instead of long. It's supposed to be long. Okay. Yeah, well, it has 50 meters of range, I think. Oops. It didn't want to work. I guess that's because I never gave it Gameplay Manager script. Oh, fuck you. What is it now? Oh. Just target enemy there. So it found a target and it's shooting at the target. That's not our target. But it's been instructed to shoot at something. So it's going to do that. You know what? I should make it so that if the player has no target, but the drone does, then put the drone's target enemy health bar at the top of the screen. Those things probably need to go faster. By the time those bullets reach their target, oh my fucking god, those are slow as fuck, dude. How about you travel a lot faster than that, man? A lot faster. Actually, it's traveling so fast, it's going straight through the target. Like, if it's firing those and they're moving at a speed of 10 meters per second, it just failed to acknowledge the enemy. It just moved past the enemy. It just teleported 10 meters ahead of where it was otherwise would have been. So I need to make it understand, hey, calculate... Wait, continuous? Is continuous the right word? Interpolate? I tell you to interpolate? I mean, you should be acknowledging... Does that thing have a hitbox and shit? It does? Its health is... yeah. When something goes flying towards it, it should collide. Thought I did add force, though. Right here. Oh, I guess I didn't. I'm adding velocity. I guess you don't say, you don't choose velocity on every frame. You just say add force on one frame. And that's a vector 3. You gonna fire? Oh, you're going slow, buddy. I would have to call your bullet firing speed a little bit on the slow side. Do you want to speed it up? Yeah, now they're whoa. Yeah, now they're always connecting. Cool, we did it, pal. We did it! We killed the enemies, my robot buddy and I. When I press the... Okay, it worked that time. He's just a thing that fires tennis balls. If drone... Oh. This script needs to be aware that there is something in existence called a drone. And that a drone can have a target enemy. If the player has currently targeted an enemy, then the target enemy is the player's enemy. But if the player has not targeted an enemy, but the drone has targeted an enemy, then that's our target enemy. Then the health bar that we display is that enemy's health bar. Think this'll work. Why? Okay, yeah, I always forget to assign variables after I've created them. Where'd that drone at? Fire. He's firing. Really, he should only fire for a specific amount of time and then he should stop. Right now, he'll just fire indefinitely until all enemies are dead. Upon death, player needs to know that drone exists. Player, yeah, okay. Retired old fart. You're not a retired old fart. You're an old fart who still has a lot of work to do. This has to be really does have infinite range. Oh shit. So even if I'm that far away, he's still gonna fire his bullets. He's trying to hit things. I think maybe the bullets have a lifespan of 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, yeah, they just cease to exist. He actually hit something from that far away. He sniped him. The health bar at the top. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. So if the player is not targeting anything, the drone is not targeting anything, then we are not targeting anything. Oh yeah, and that the drone should really only fire for a specific amount of time. Wow, Q8 Geek. Best regards. You have my warmest regards. Sending you my regards this holiday season. If state timer... Okay, I guess we're gonna do something like... State timer is less than 0. I mean... How do I put it this way? Okay. State timer equals... MathF move towards... State timer 0 times that delta time. Now, once state timer is 0, we're done shooting. Nothing to shoot at. State timer is... I don't know, dude. I mean, I could fucking set it to fucking 5, dude. Maybe you only shoot this thing for like... He only shoots bullets for like 5 seconds and then he stops. Maybe it should be really brief. Maybe you should not be shooting... You should not be allowed to just use this thing to shoot bullets at the enemy all you want. Yeah. What is this weird... What is that? I guess, if target enemy is not null, and we just ran a certain distance away from the enemy, then target enemy is null. I wonder if I should have his bullets automatically move towards the target enemy instead of moving, just moving forward from where they've been shot, you know? Almost like the bullets are homing bullets, because otherwise the player could be like, fuck this worthless robot, its bullets never hit. Bullets are always missing. I also need to adjust those cooldowns. Make that 10 seconds, so I guess 20, 30, 40. Heh. Kinda cool, honestly. I've kinda got it where I want it. Uh, 30 minutes left in the stream. Guess I could just do the power-ups. That's right, I never tested to make sure that the other things work. Alright, so if I attack an enemy, that's how much damage I do. Now if I have activated the buff, I do twice as much damage now. And I could really make it apparent by, let's see here. Yeah, I just used the heal and I saw the health go up on the inspector on the right. There was something I didn't check. Player health goes up. However, if player health if player health is greater than player max health, then player health equals player max health. In other words, if my health is at if my maximum health is 900, if my maximum health was 1000 and I heal myself for 100 health when I'm at 950, my health should not go to 1050 out of 1000. It shouldn't go above my health bar. My health bar should hit a maximum and then stop. I can't heal myself beyond my HP points. Watch me whip my banana. Yeah. I should implement the player's health bar. Also, I should give each enemy a name. Let's go in here. Public string enemy name. Gameplay manager. Enemy name label text equals target enemy. I guess I can just put it can just be name in capital letters. Because name is pointless. I already know it's the enemy. So, never done this before. So I've never used this UI, this type of UI before. Enemy health bar, enemy name, called text. It's just called text. Just enemy name label, I guess. Enemy name label dot text is target enemy name. I hope this will work. This should be the most simple, straightforward thing. This shouldn't get more complicated. So I'll just name you enemy A, and you are enemy B, and you are enemy C. I'll just watch for the ABC at the top of the screen to change. Floof it up. That didn't work. Because I never assigned that variable. Like a dummy dumb butt. Enemy A. What the heck? I can only attack... What? Let me see. Why are you not facing this enemy? Hold up. The enemy, my current target should be... Yeah, I want to bring it back to the way it worked before. The way it worked before was actually smarter. Enemy A, enemy B, enemy C. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the name of the specific enemy I'm fighting will appear at the top. She's cool. Bunnings. The hell's a bunning? Eh. What was I gonna do next? I had a plan. It was a specific thing I had in mind to do. If I was going to do something specific, what was it? I had a plan. You guys just started talking about Vegemite or whatever, so I can't get help from the chat. Oh, what was it? I was going to do something. With the beam? I'd rather not do the... Well... I'd rather not do the beam unless I have some kind of effect. Oh yeah! The player's health bar, that's right. I was gonna do the player's health bar. We'll go down there somewhere. Except it doesn't need a name above it. Where does the secondary bar go? Don't be Karen triggered, you little triggered Karen, you. Stop it. Stop. I guess whenever the player... Ooh. Let me look here. Player will need a function called update health bar because multiple things will be able to affect the player's health. The player getting damaged, the player being healed by something else. Will basically be the same principle as this. Health bar value is my health out of my max health. Now I just need to go to the top and define my health bar. It's a slider. I don't know what a slider is because I'm not using UnityEngine.UI. But now I am, so now I'm aware of the slider type. So now I can update my health whenever I take damage. And my cute little pet floating drone can also update my health bar when he heals me. That should work. Uh-oh, what happened? I didn't type player dot. Now should work. Macas. Hit me! Go ahead and fucking hit me. I never told... It's interesting. I never told the player that her health bar exists. She's like, what? You want me to do what? You want me to do what? Hit me. Yeah. Oh, I remember now. When I made a fighting game engine this one time, I made it so that when you get hit, a little chunk falls off of your health bar that is relative to the size of the damage you took. The player might be like, how much damage did I just take? How much was that? Might look down and they might want to see that number. Or see a little red mark. It indicates how much damage they just took. I could put that in at some point. I know, right, Daxter? It's like until she was aware that she had a health bar, she couldn't be hurt. Now I've given her the ability to be hurt. It's kind of like that old story about like the Christian missionary who goes to like an Indian tribe and he tells them about Jesus Christ. And he says, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you'll go to hell. And then the Native American asks him, what if you never learn about Jesus Christ? Like you're just never told that he exists. Can you still go to hell for not knowing he exists and not believing in him because of that? The missionary says, nah, if you never got an opportunity to ever hear about him, I don't think you could go to hell for that. And the Native American says, well, then why did you tell me he exists? So I just told her that Jesus exists, basically. I just told her that she has a health bar. That kind of looked cool how the robot floated up. I like that. Whoop, I didn't mean to. That time I wasn't trying to do that camera angle. Oh, he rotates too fast. Give me a second. Delta time is the amount of time that has passed between this frame and the previous frame. Time is like a different number altogether. Maybe I should actually do this. No. I code on a potato. How do I make this work? I like how he smoothly rotates into position. That's what I wanted him to do. Now if I give him two different targets to shoot at, like first he's shooting at this target. Oh, he just snaps straight to the next one. That's no good. Don't snap. Well, actually, the player might prefer it if he snaps. The player might not like it if he, like, slowly rotates and then starts shooting at a target. Because then that's like... the player's like, oh my god, what the fuck? This stupid robot is so fucking slow. What the fuck? The fucking programmer doesn't know how to make it move any fucking faster. This is fucking bullshit. I fucking hate this game. Kill that guy. And turn to kill the other guy really fast. Okay. Yeah, that movement was fast enough. That was 10 times the previous one. Takes him a tenth of a second to be pointing the right direction. I'm pretty happy I basically got this little guy to work how I imagined. With icons at the bottom right where you press up, down, left, or right on the D-pad and you make him do something. Down on the D-pad does nothing for now. But now that I have that... what are you... Oh, yeah, I changed his code. Okay. I think it's a good thing if he can never... He floats above the protagonist's head. So that we'll never have this issue of him bonking into her head while he floats around. Because that would look stupid. The little bot is cute. You want him as a friend? Oh, that's adorable. Hey, can he get stuck? Oh, he just floated through the wall. Okay. Alright, walls mean nothing to him for now. Well, I'm not really planning this elaborate environment with tons of walls and obstacles, so that's kind of okay for now. Hi there, buddy. Dolphin cute. I only have 5 minutes left before the stream has to end. What can I do between now and then? I could put in the secondary meter that goes up whenever you attack something. And building it up high enough will eventually... let you do a special move. I could put in more enemies because the current number of enemies is kind of turning out to be inadequate. One of the things I'll have to consider next is the system for... You enter a room and the game spawns some enemies. And then it tells all of those enemies all the relevant information they need to have. Man, I took them out fast. With my health, with my damage buffed and my robot helping me out. Did a lot of damage real fast. Hey, thanks, Full Times. Also, maybe one of the next things I'll do is to put in the game's first environment. Using these assets right here. So we'll say goodbye to this big empty expanse. It's just a black floor and a default Unity sky. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to do, probably not enough time to do it before the stream ends, but if I do a search for the word ring, that's not it. How about circle? I want to have these kind of circles appear on the ground Where an enemy's attack is gonna be? Huh, that graphic looks kind of cool. Circle appears on the ground where the enemy's attack is gonna be. And it's like, oh shit, you better get out of the way. That shit's gonna hurt you. Whoa, get out of the way. Whoa. Get out the way. Will the bot always be there? The bot is there from the very beginning of the story. He's how the story begins. If the bot wasn't there, the whole story wouldn't take place. The bot is the main... what? That was an accident. The bot is your one and only ally. He's your only company as you go through the long journey you must go on. Whoops. So I'm going to call this thing... red circle. For now. Call it warning circle or something like that. If I try and do a select... I can kind of select the ring. Outer. Exterior. Interior like suicide wrist rags. Okay, hope that works-ish. This ring, I want it to be like orange. I want it to glow. I want it to glow orange. Is this the right place to put it? No, it's right there. I hope this is right. I don't know. Might be yellow. Should it be yellow? It's like it's a yellow... No, it's a yellow ring with an orange glow. Oh, it's almost getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. We're getting there, baby. Okay. And then the thing on the inside should be... red. That's basically what I'm imagining. Yellow, orange glow, red interior on the inside. Danger Circle. I'm gonna name you Danger Circle. The other one is Warning Circle. Where did they go? Yeah, that's the wrong number of... That's the wrong words. Okay. These are kind of... these aren't meant to be part of the UI. These are more like textures. Things that will appear in the game world itself. Okay. Did I change the dimensions of this thing? No, I didn't. Okay. Now. Make a quad. Throw that circle on it. Throw that ass in a circle. Now, change you to fade. Good shit, good shit. Oh, it's gonna have to be slightly above the ground. You need to be bigger than that. Oh, it's already a little bit blurry. I don't like that. Is that approximately... Let me just make you a child of the object. Test it out like this. Whoosh, attack me. Oops, that was not intentional. Okay, come closer. Come on. You're gonna attack. I wish everybody else would just disappear. Just get out of here already. Okay, so that circle needs to be bigger than that. If we were to imagine it as something with a certain meter radius... Huh. Shouldn't it spawn its attack right where it is? Does it spawn its attack in front of itself slightly? When you're attacking, where does your hitbox spawn? No, it's just above your current position. And the hitbox is same size as the thing that's getting spawned. Well, 3 meters is the right size for this thing. So for the player to know, hey, this is where the attack is going to appear. You're going to want to watch out there, buddy. But it's off-center, which is very weird. There it is, and I click that, and I click the enemy. And they're not exactly at the same location. They're not at the same location at all. They're not at the same location. So when this thing spawns... Yeah. It's just spawning something at its exact location, so what's the deal? There's the local point and the global point? No. That? I don't get it. Why is it... Did it move? Wait, is that something else's attack? That's the attack of some other enemy. Oh, that was some other enemy. No, sorry, that was a different enemy who spawned an attack and it was just floating there. Okay, now I can... Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is the right position. Okay. Okay, it's spawning correctly. I was looking at another enemy's attack. So this thing's hitbox is... It's not exactly a circle, but you see that circle on the ground and you know where the problem is. Okay. So this little warning thing I put on the ground. Bop, bop, bop. Now it's the right size. That's the correct size to be like a warning for the player. Like, hey! Hey! Attack incoming. There's going to be an attack in this area. You're going to want to get the fuck out of there, buddy. And then there's going to be a secondary thing where this circle... Ooh, I'm going to need to adjust it. I'm going to need to change the way it looks. Doesn't look like it did in Photoshop. That's not how you looked on the dating website. Yo, you looked way different on the dating website. Now you look all weird. You just fucking tricked me. Man. It's not what your profile picture looked like. Well, I guess I'll need to have actual, like, artwork created if I want it to look exactly the way I want it to look. But the point is that, I want there to be a little thing appear on the ground that's like, oh, warning, warning. Incoming attack right on this spot. You might want to get out of there. It's got to look a little bit better than this, though. This is not exactly how I imagine it. Because there's going to be a smaller circle inside, and then it's going to grow. And it's going to expand upward. Gonna, like, and when the two rings touch, that's the moment the hitbox appears. Like you see the warning appear, and then and when they touch is when the exact moment the hitbox appears. So you know, like, you know, oh shit, that's the exact timing of the attack. You know? I'm gonna have to get better graphics for it, though, because that didn't look too good. Anyway, it's been 3 hours, so this is where I've got to stop. Damn, you just shred through the enemies when you have your buffs active. You have to give the enemies more health. Make up for the fact that now I have all these powers. Thank you for watching. This is pretty much where the show ends for tonight. I had fun. I hope you had fun. Time to get back to work on the actual game I should be working on. Shut up, lo-fi hip-hop beats to chill and study and relax to. Shut up. I'm glad it was Otamatoni. You know, when I saw the name Otamatoni in the chat, all I could think of was this. You know, when you think about it, this is kind of fucked up. Take a closer look at what's actually going on here. I want you to pay close attention. Open your eyes for this one. Watch what they do. They take out spoons, right? Take a look. Watch. They take out spoons, and then they use the spoon to take a bite out of them, like remove part of their own body. See, the one down here, the one where my mouse cursor is, that guy's like, you can see what he's doing. He's like, he raises the spoon, he chops off a piece of his head, and then he brings it to his mouth and eats a piece of his own head. This is fucking horrific. This is a horror video. This is extremely not safe for work and against the Twitch terms of service, so I am risking life and limb to show this to you. It is footage of a monstrous creature ripping off a piece of its own head and then devouring its own brains. It's fucking horrific. I wish that someone had uploaded the actual full original one with it's a pudding commercial. You can go to Japan, and Takaratomi is a brand of pudding maker, and they make pudding, and you can buy a gigapudi. A gigapudi is a very, very big flan pudding or something like that. I don't fucking know, dude. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you like watching me dick around in Unity. Hopefully you think that weird little sci-fi hack and slash game I'm making looks kind of neat. I'm looking forward to the next bit that I'll work on. And I hope you'll join me for the next stream, whenever it is, whatever it's about. I hope you'll join me. Huggles, cuddles, and snuggles. I hope I see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Mwah! I just went to Google image search and searched for Gigapootie, and the fifth image is a pornographic illustration of two Gigapooties having sex with one another. I have completely lost all faith in humanity.